Yeah. Y'all already know what it is. This is the King Me Podcast,
Yes, sir.
man. And I'm your host, B. And
I'm Q the Don.
listen, man, we got something in store for y'all. To my left for me, maybe y'all right, depending on how y'all looking at this, man. I got my guy, Mr. Hill to Phil.
What's going on?
I call him TJ though, but you know, he got his own podcast, man, and I want y'all to check it out too, man. Check out his Instagram and everything else. Man, plug in your information, man.
Oh man, it's Hill to Phil, HEAL, the number 2, and Phil FEEL. That's on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube as well. YouTube. But man, hey B, appreciate it, man. Q, nice meeting you, brother.
Nice to meet you too,
Man, for sure, man. It's always, an amazing thing where black men can come together, man, and just like as the Bible says, man, oh, how good and how pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity.
I thought you were about to sing,
boy, you talking that talk now.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll get it started in here.
Man, for real, man, I always think about that, man, and man, I always try to defy the stereotype. That's one thing I always want to show the world, because we're not a monolith. Black men are not a monolith, and man, we come in all different kind of shapes, forms, mindsets. But man, when we can come together and build, man, be forged.
Yeah,
shout out to the group, man. Hey, man, this is a beautiful thing, man.
Yes,
so
sir.
yeah, appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Hey, listen, man, we today I don't too much really got a topic, but since it's February, right? And it's a lot of things going on in February, man. You got Black History Month, we have Valentine's Day, Love Month, then we got the Heart Association thing with your heart, you know what I'm saying? And then we also got the Super Bowl in February. So it's a whole lot of stuff going on in February. But one thing I want to highlight is, Black History Month. Black History Month is so important, man. And it reminds me of a famous black historian, I think it's Carter G. Woodson, and he said that, if I can remember the quote, people who don't know their future, know their history, they don't know how to build their future. And in some way, I think I said it right. Anyway.
Yeah, and they bound to repeat it too.
And they bound to repeat it.
You bound to repeat it, man. So
I really want to start it off, man, talking about that, man. Black History Month. What Black History Month means to y'all. I know it's just a month, but how y'all feel about it, man? Where y'all at with everything, especially with everything going on in the world with politicians and stuff like that, man. And we recently had our president mock our previous president. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all seen that, man. But with everything going on, and he did it in Black History Month, so
And he said he ain't gonna apologize for it.
I know,
He said he wasn't gonna apologize for it. Yeah,
it's tough. Along with him trying to take away all some of these museums that is funded really by the state or whatever, but he trying to federal. But yeah, he want to take away some of those too as well, man. So I just want to start it off with how y'all feel about Black History Month, man. I'll let you go. Go.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead, rock out.
Black history means to me just to celebrate, not just like a month, like you said, but it just highlights how many inventions and contributions that we have contributed to this world, man. One of the first people that I ever did a project on, I still remember this to this day, was Garrett Morgan. Garrett Morgan, he invented the stoplight, the gas mask, things like that, man. So things that we use every day, and like even recently I see where like the mailbox, things that are common, use the ironing board, you know what I'm saying? So without these things, it wouldn't be, what we have today. And just furthermore, when my son, man, I got an 8-year-old, and I always want to instill that dignity and pride within him to like be proud of who he is just as a person and his skin color, and let him know that his skin color isn't inferior thing to have. It's something to be celebrated, and not just in America, but just throughout the world, man. We have made many contributions, man. We colonized, made them, they didn't want to wash themselves at one point, you know what I mean? So we made sure that they were clean and they were able to be domesticated, just domesticated as a people. So man, it's not just a Black History Month thing. It's, man, Black history throughout the world and the many contributions that we made, and that's something that should be celebrated. Like I said, not just a month, not just a day, man. 365, 25. I say 25, 8, 366. Just to go the extra mile with us, man, for real.
Yeah, that's love.
Okay, so for me, I like that. For me, like you said, I think it's very important to recognize, just the things that we have done. One of the things that I found out recently that was kind of, the little coupler thing that go on the train carts between the rail carts.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, a Black guy created it. But see, on the downside of that, it's crazy how we've always been finessed. Man, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they ended up getting the patent from him, or he ended up selling the patent for little to nothing. So something that would have made, because nothing comes in America unless it hits a train at some point,
right.
for the most part.
That's a fact.
Especially back in the day.
Exactly. So think about that, what that would have did for his family if he could have kept that legacy going and kept the funds for, something that he worked hard to create. So man, just, acknowledging what we did and taking ownership of what we did, and don't be so quick to just let everybody in our circle and let everybody take what our culture is. To me, that's what we got to keep on striving to do, keep on building the culture and just taking ownership of it.
Hey, I learned something about patent. Somebody, I learned that patents have expiration dates on them, and you have to get it recertified, so to speak, so you can renew your patent. And a lot of times, a lot of businesses that doing some stuff, man, are probably looking at what somebody created. Sometimes they be looking at that deadline like, as soon as that junk expires, boy, they ran on it, man. I'ma get it.
But see, the problem with that is the misproportion of education.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
When you're not, you can't be faulted for what you don't know. A lot of times, bro, we just don't be knowing. It ain't that we ain't like, okay, if somebody tell you, get a trademark, get a patent, you thinking like, okay, I'm good. Very rarely do they tell you like, because I've never heard that until you just share that with us.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if you get a patent, this is a lifelong thing. I'm not thinking like, it can go out. So it's just even the miseducation of us. Like you look at it, and I'm just go ahead and say it. White people are educating their people a little bit differently than we educate. So that in itself is crazy because, like I said, I never knew that, and I'm sure the average person don't know that.
I just found that out like a few months ago, talking with this engineer. And he told me about another company that doing something as similar as we doing it, and he said their patent is almost up. So by the time, and it lasts about 10 years, and by the time it's up, they already on top of what they were gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Something new.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I'm thinking about too. Just like, I don't know if you heard, but the girl that did the Dr. Pepper like slogan, she's doing the new jingle for Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I saw that.
They paid her $1 million to do that. But I'm thinking now that you're speaking on, I'm like, yo, like you really sold yourself short.
Yeah,
she did, man. When I saw it, I thought
you know
that.
What I'm saying?
How much they sold it for?
$1 million. They let her use her voice in the song that she created for Dr. Pepper for $1 million.
Man, you know what I think about Prince? When Prince was talking about Mariah Carey had signed that deal about, I don't know if it was 100 million or something like that. It was either 20 or 100 million. And he did the numbers on that. And he said, so who really came out on top? The label.
For real.
And they're gonna always win. It goes back to this thing that I was watching before, and it was like, if they offer you 100 million, then you know it's worth 500 million. It's like the guy from The Lion King. I think his name Jason Weaver, the guy the original Lion King. They were going to pay him a flat rate. This is where the education come in at. But his mama was like, "Nah, we want royalties. We'll take the royalties." Yeah. He still to this day gets paid from that movie. His kids will get paid, like, and it goes on. So it's just, again, having that education to say, this is how things go.
Well, how can you get access to, nowadays you can get access to information and stuff like that. But still, it's still so many loopholes and stuff like that where people can kind of, you know, undercut you. So it's like being educated. Like right now, I'm probably gonna go to the, my dad's house, Super Bowl. You know, most of them eating, drinking, and stuff like that. Most of the time, people don't really be talking about nothing.
Yeah, for real.
They
For
don't
real, dog.
like they don't be talking about. They just be talking about
I don't-
sports.
I don't know, bro. I blame our black community for that though, because when men get together, for some strange reason, very rarely does our conversations ever translate to that kind of stuff, and I don't know why. Like, I got people that I talk to, and I'm like, if I don't, and I'm not saying this, I'm being very humble when I say this. If I don't bring up the idea, if I don't bring it up, it'll never get talked about. And I'm like, yo, how do I get these people on the same wavelength, and how do I get around people that edify me as much as I edify the other people that I'm around? Like, so I don't know, bro. I don't know where we fall short at with that. That is a good question, though, bro. That's a great question.
They do for us. What do you think?
Man, I believe just a matter of networking, man. A lot of us do the same thing. So it's going to be hard for us to get knowledge in regards to getting a patent or knowing where our money can go or how we can, build our money. I'm in a group right now, friends that I went to college with. Man, these guys are engineers, doctors, work for the government and what have you. And like the information that they have, man, is mind-boggling, and it's not it doesn't scare me, but it's just like, man, y'all have this knowledge, and like I want to see how I can contribute to it besides talking about sports or talking about, anime or just trivial things. So, man, I get it. I just think we just have to broaden our net and don't be afraid to go out there to get what we desire. And man, everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. One thing my granddad said too, he's like, man, you can't call on an electrician for a plumbing problem. So if you know this is something that you want, you have to go out to these spaces and, man, meet those people just like you went to go see Jason.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not going on around here, so you have to go out there to it. So I think that's a big thing. Stop being so afraid. I think the universe rewards decisive men, men who make decisions and go towards those things. And one thing, too, that I believe, and I talk to my cousin about this a lot, is we lack faith because we know too much. When you know a lot of things, it's going to kind of hinder you because you kind of know what the outcome is. But when you operating in faith, you're just walking towards it, believing that you're going to get what's deserving of you as you go along. So we have to stop trying to know so much and operate in faith and just going out there, getting what we need, bringing it back, and don't be afraid to share it, man. Like I'm a millennial. My dad is a baby boomer, right?
Right.
And I tell him all the time, I'm like, yo, there's no reason for you to still be so tight fist with stuff when you got a son, you got a grandson that has to live in this life after you. So what you should be passing it and not saying, oh man, well, you got to figure it out just like how I figured it out. Huh? Like, imagine that. Imagine I got my 8-year-old right there, and I told you this on the first time he was on the pod. He said, man, Dad, I want to be smart like you when I grow up. I say, son, you already smarter than me. What I had to learn in my 30s, man, you learning right now, 8 years old. So, man, imagine your mind when you're my age. So you're already advanced than me. So I'm not going to hold on and all and say, hey, man, well, you got to get it how I get it, man. Nah, that doesn't, it's not going to amount to anything. And even though you might mean well, doesn't mean you're doing well by keeping information away and hindering somebody else from furthering the legacy. Like, I don't want to be a hindrance to my son, but furthering the legacy.
Right.
And putting everything out on the table saying, hey, this is how you do this. I did it like this. It's not going to work like that. So, man, we just have to be more giving and not looking for anything in return.
Man,
That's what parents are supposed to do, ain't it?
right.
That's what parents are supposed to do. We're
Right.
supposed to create a world for our kids where
telling you.
they're able to attain what we haven't been able to attain in our life quicker.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I want them to get, I always tell my son, I need you to get to the money faster than I got to the money.
For real.
And it's not about chasing money. It's just about whatever your success is
Mm-hmm.
and setting you up for whatever it is and it's more so about the process of things rather than the actuality of the thing. And so my son gets,
I like that. You.
my son gets a $15 allowance from me, right, per week.
Yeah.
The rule is you have to take $5 and save. You have to take $5 and invest. You got a Cash App. Buy whatever it is. You wear Nike, buy $5 worth of Nike this week. Buy $5 worth of Nike this week. Buy $5 worth of Bitcoin. You have to invest it somehow. And then the last $5, you can spend it however you want to spend it. If you decide to continue to do it,
that's
continue to
dope.
save. Now, that's my 15. On Friday, on the same Friday, his mom sends him 15. I don't regulate that. I just regulate the 15
Your end, yeah.
that I send. So if we're doing that, he's learning that now. Something it took me till my 40s to understand.
I'm telling you.
He
That's
knows
beautiful.
that. He knows that at 13, if he continues to do this at 13, which he has continued to do for the last 2 years, the boy got money in his little Cash App.
Yeah.
Every time he wants to, he said, I'm about to buy these sneakers. I'm like, how much are they? $140. I'll be like, where you get $140 from?
You got adults that can't even get $40 shoes.
I'm just, and so but it was because I told him about the process of it more so than going, hey, like telling him everything, like, yo, you got to do this and you got to get $100 and you got to, it's about learning just little bits along the way that's going to help him in his processing.
Hey man, Yusuf, you hit it on the head, man. You just unlocked a memory for me. Like when we would have money growing up, it was like, man, don't let that money burn a hole in your pocket.
That's the saying.
I'd be like, yo,
That's
like,
the saying.
okay, like I get what you're saying, but tell me what I can do with my money then.
Yeah.
Cause what you think I'm about to do, like, hey,
it go
and
burn.
you ain't quick to get it for me. So like, man, if you can let me know how I can do like how you did, man.
And it also changes how they spend.
Man, listen,
Hey, Dad, man, let's go to Wendy's. All right, you paying.
I ain't lying.
Man, y'all both that was very valuable what y'all just dropped, man. And to y'all point, it's just as a young man, I feel like I'm glad to hear that somebody's doing that because I feel like we start behind the curveball so much as young black males. We start behind, and like it's very hard for anybody to ever understand this because for one, ain't nobody coming to save you. We understand that. We know that we're taught that at an early age. Nobody's coming to save you, but the people that has the knowledge, at some point, y'all got to be willing to give the knowledge back. And as parents, the fact that parents, I think, we're the first teachers. Parents are the first teachers. So at the end of the day, we can't expect the school to teach them certain stuff because at the end of the day, I always say that if the lion teaches the gazelle how to get away, he might not eat. So therefore, if they teach us everything that we need to know, then they ain't got no slaves, they ain't got no workers. So we got to do this ourselves and empower our own community. So man, it's a blessing to even hear y'all speaking like that.
Man, appreciate
I
that.
just think that,
that was
and a part of it too is, see, I know for me, my dad, being who he was, he ain't teach me a damn thing. He ain't teach me nothing. So everything I have is from like me literally learning
Trial
and
and
messing
error.
up
Trial and error.
all along the way. So if I got kids, same thing I do for my son, I've done for my daughter. She's 21, I ain't had to pay a college bill yet. My other one's 20, I ain't had to pay a college bill yet.
Bless.
My 18-year-old, she's in college, I have yet to pay a college bill.
Bless.
Because they did everything they were supposed to do and they've been saving their money.
Bless.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing where if I've been a failure for the majority of my life, as I see it, how am I going to continue? How can I not give what I've learned in my failure to my kids for them to make different failures, but be well more equipped to deal with the failure?
Respond better. Respond better.
They can
yeah.
respond. They're well more equipped. If they lose $200, it's all right because they got $1,000 in the bank. There was points where if I lost $2, I wasn't eating for a week.
I ain't lying.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Hey, that's fact though.
I'm telling you, that's real. That's real.
It's just a matter of continuously setting up people to be better than you were. That's just all it is. And that's your kids. What are you leaving here with them when you're gone? How are they supposed to cope? Like if you do everything, I heard the most foolish thing. Somebody said, if you got a daughter, take her out of town, treat her like this, treat her like that. And I'm like, so you're setting the bar up here so she's looking for you and every man, and that's not possible.
That's not possible.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the difference of relationship.
There's a difference in the relationship.
The dynamics.
Yeah, no, I don't want nobody to have to do for my. So now you're creating this woman who is going to now, because you're taking her out the country into these fancy restaurants, to expect that from a man who can't give her that, but his best is all he can give, and she'll never find you in him.
Yeah. The dynamic will completely
That's
different.
tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. Because I was on the lines of thinking that first way, not no flying out the country, but having my daughter believe something, you know,
You can
she's not gonna find me. And
you can set a standard without her romanticizing you. You see what I'm saying? Because
That's heavy right there, boy.
a lot of times, dads romanticize themselves to their daughters. And you can't, because now she's gonna look for you in every man, and that is impossible. There's not another man on this planet that's gonna love her the way you do. It's just not possible.
That's a fact.
Hey, I got a question though, Yusef. Like, so what is best though? You know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, it's V-Day weekend coming up, man, and basically, you know, of course I'm gonna do something for the wife, but also do something for my daughter too as well. Will you consider that as setting her up?
No, I think that's setting her up for her own expectations for what she wants on this. Yo, my dad used to, and I'm not talking about like getting your daughter some flowers.
Right.
We're talking
You can
about, I think you're
expect
talking about like the extreme.
the extreme.
Like the extreme.
Like,
Like,
what is stream?
Like somebody was
flying out the
I was listening
country,
to a
all that.
podcast. Like he was like, yeah, man, my
nobody
daughter,
doing that.
I'm gonna make sure that she expects, like when she go out the country, this ain't the first time she been out the country. Well, if you taking family trips, that don't got to be the first time she go out the country.
yeah.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's ways to do things as a parent with your child, with your daughter, as a dad, because I think it's different for boys and their mom. But as a dad, you have to be careful how you build your daughter up within this society that we live in, where she now romanticizes you or the idea of you. My ex-fiance, her dad romanticized himself to her, and it's not anything he did on purpose. There wasn't no what I call it, pedophile type deal.
Yeah.
It's just, hey, you know, I want you to get this. I want you to have this. So the majority of our engagement was me trying to live up to this man that I could never live up to. Because I wasn't raised the same way you were. Like, I think her dad was a jazz musician named Skip Pearson. And he would, if she was in, let's say he was in Charleston and she was in Virginia and she had a flat tire, she'd call him, he would drive from Charleston to Virginia. And she would wait for him there for him to come change her tire.
Huh?
Yeah, you set your daughter up for failure.
I was in Columbia at a job thing. She got a flat tire. I said, we got AAA. I'm going to call AAA. He'll come pick you up. She was pissed with me because I didn't leave my event to come and get her. And the first thing she said was, my daddy would have done it. Well, I ain't your daddy.
Go be with your daddy.
I ain't even gonna lie,
that's
man.
wild
Be with your daddy.
I got a homeboy that just recently got a divorce, man, because his wife, her dad was a lawyer, big time lawyer, where they was from, and no, I mean he was big time, and basically like every time he used to come home, like, you know, he had like a little hookah. He was telling the story, man. He had a hookah on the table, and she was like, you know, clean it up, my daddy coming here. He said, so your daddy coming to my house. You know what I'm saying? But like I can leave my hookah on the table.
That's real talk.
And I ain't even gonna lie, that made me thought about what you said was talking about, man, because I ain't really realize it that, you know, she did exact same thing with her dad and expected her husband to be her dad. And is that a bad thing though?
Okay, let's go and clarify something, because we know people will listen to this and they'll take this the wrong way.
Yeah.
What we're saying is, it's okay to do for your child, but let's try to keep it reasonable. Like, you know, if on Valentine's Day you go do something with your daughter, okay, cool. If everybody ain't flying her out the country, everybody ain't about to come from Columbia and go to Virginia and change a tire. Let's give her a realistic expectation. I'm not saying she should lower her standards, but if you expecting the man to leave Columbia from his job to go wherever you at to change your tire, and he telling you we got AAA, I'm sorry, go be with your daddy.
Yeah, and
be with your daddy.
And I think that's what we're saying. Like,
right. Yeah,
you can take your daughter out to eat,
right,
to a restaurant, and teach her. Okay, well, this is this fork, this is that fork, this is the salad fork. You know, you're gonna get an entree. You can get an appetizer, and she knows the terminology, and she knows what she likes and what she dislikes because you've taken her to different restaurants. So now, when she's asked on a date and somebody says, "Well, what do you like?" she can go from the references of going out with you. Well, I like a good medium steak. She knows how to speak in the terminology. That's teaching her. And then so if she's messing with a dude who don't know the terminology, she go, well, this is bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? This is just, okay, that's setting a standard. A man needs to know how to order food, how to order, order.
Hold on. I got a kickback for that. Now, what if he's a good man, but he just hasn't been exposed to the stuff that you...
But that's through conversation. There's nothing wrong with that.
So I'm saying, like, for most females, is that a no? Turn off.
No, but that's a conversation for me to have with my daughter, because I need her to understand that every man she meets is not going to be as educated as she is in different fields.
Right. I agree.
Y'all own it.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. My daughter, I remember my daughter was a freshman at George Mason, and she said to me, I went to pick her up, and she said, "Daddy, you spoil me." I said, "When did I spoil you? I ain't never spoiled you a day in your life." She was like, "No, I can't date no man that's shorter than 6 foot." I said, "Why?" I said, "I'm shorter than 6 foot, so why?" She was like, "I always been around your basketball teams." Because I've been coaching basketball since she's been a baby. She said, "All your players are always 6 foot. I can't be with I just don't see myself with no guy that ain't that tall, because that's all I've ever been around." And so and then that's what kind of makes you think about stuff as you go. Something as little as her just being everywhere with me since a baby with these basketball teams made her see her outlook on that, affected how she viewed men that were attractive.
As small as that.
Something as small as that.
That's small, man.
That's crazy.
So we're not intentional,
bro.
And that's me being unintentional.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing to do with that.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
You probably ain't even thinking like that. It never registered in your mind.
That never registered until she said it to me. And she's like, "This is really nice boy. He's cool, but Dad, he your height. I just can't." And my daughter shorter.
That's a no. That's a no for me.
That's tough, right?
I don't think nothing wrong with that.
No, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Everybody got their little preference.
Everybody got their preference. There's nothing wrong, but like, well, that's tough. Like, to be a good guy, and to offer like what she would like in the male, for the most part, it's just your height requirement ain't right, bro. That's tough.
But I ain't gonna lie, I'm thankful like I ain't short though.
I
ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not that anything wrong. I'm just glad I'm not.
But here's the thing.
Be real, that's true.
You can only swim in the pool where you invited to.
Yeah.
But you know what? That made me think about people that in different demographics, like Arizona, for instance. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say Arizona. They got mostly, let's use Colorado, white people.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And they skinny, you know what I'm saying? Then they come and move to South Carolina and be like, "Hey, ain't
amongst
nothing
the
around
trees,
here."
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing around here. And they too many black people around here. You know, I'm talking about a black guy feeling this way now.
Yeah.
But he was raised up in Colorado. And you know what I'm saying? And he come down here and it just ain't it for him.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why I kind of relate that too, because sometimes people
I
just
can
used
see what
to.
you mean.
But sometimes people just used to what
You
they
used
been
to what
brought
you
around.
used to, yeah, for real.
What you
And
seen.
but we have to be. But that's why we have to teach our kids that that's okay. Like, it's okay for that to be your thing.
Everybody got a preference.
Everybody has a preference, and sometimes because not only do I have to teach we have to teach our kids how to set their standards and set their bar. We also have to help them understand that sometimes we're not good enough for the person. That there's certain aspects of us that are just not good. Sometimes, like basketball, sometimes you're just not as good as the dudes that are playing.
Hey, Yusuf, you said something major, man.
realistic.
You said something major. And one thing my therapist said, man, he was like, man, oftentimes we want to make sure somebody is right for us, but we got to make sure we right for that person too.
Mm.
We can't be thinking like you can't always be oh man, she ain't right for me. But yo, are you that person
Man,
for
listen,
them?
on my podcast, I say this all the time on my podcast. Be what you're trying to attract.
That's facts.
You can't want no slim body, whatever it is. You can want it, but you can't expect it if you ain't in the
Think
gym.
about how you sound when you say that. Like,
I'm
oh
just
man,
saying.
I need no slim in the way.
But that's something that
I'm
men
not in
do
the
bad.
gym.
Men do that bad.
I'm not in the gym. How am I looking for somebody
That's
in the
a
gym
fact.
if I ain't in the gym?
I ain't lying.
Right. We do that bad.
I'm not in. How can I expect? What is my expectation in that point? You get what you are. How you expect to get a woman with money if you ain't got none? You can't go to the places where she go.
Man, hold on. That's like I seen the video, yo. They had this girl, and she was like, dude tried to talk to the girl, and she was like, you don't make enough for me. Nah, you broke. He said, how much you make a year? She said, that ain't none of your business. He said, where you work at? She said, McDonald's. Like, girl,
Yeah.
how you gonna have a standard like that, and you
And
can't?
then you saying something.
Yeah, you can't meet. So I get
Because
what you're saying.
it goes both ways.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm not
got to be
saying
able to
for
meet
men.
it.
I'm not only saying it from men to women, from man to woman. I'm saying for women too.
Oh yeah, women, because
I
women.
want this big buff dude, but you sit around eating chicken in your moo all day.
Oh, and
You
see,
got 4, 5 kids.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want nobody who got multiple baby mamas, but you got you got 3 baby daddies. Your damn
and you
self.
know what? We live in a culture now that has made it wrong to have standards and have preferences. If for men to have standards and preferences, women can say all day, I don't want a man that work a 9 to 5. I don't want a man that this, that. They can have their list drawn out.
I've been too short, like Yusuf was saying.
Yeah.
Like, you can't control that.
You can't control that. And you know what women would do? They would get under their post, sis, I feel you. Sis, you ate. Soon as a man say something about his size preference for a woman or any preference that he has for a woman, if it's a size thing, he body shaming. If it's anything else, it's coming from a negative perspective. So we have to understand also, like, people got the choice to have a preference. That's our, whatever your thing is your thing, and nobody can blame you for having your thing. It's okay. Everybody got their thing. So yeah, I'm sorry I went on a tangent like that because that blows me.
But that's real talk,
that blow me,
though.
bro.
No, but people don't understand that we're out here. You're out here setting these expectations for what you want, or you're chasing something you want, and you're not what you're chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big time.
You know, the bait.
big time.
You are the bait that you're trying to use to attract whatever it is that you want to attract.
Yeah. Where your fruit at?
Yeah,
Where your fruit
that
at?
part.
Yeah.
Like you haven't even stood and invested in yourself enough to get what you want, because you can't get what you want unless you invest in you.
Man, it's like that. Like they ask you in finances, how much skin you got in the game. That's like going to a bank saying, "Hey man, you know I want to get this house right here. This house $400,000. Well, how much skin you got in the game? Well, I ain't got no money saved up.
Yeah,
Bro,
man.
That's tough.
it is tough.
Listen, went to
that's
the car,
tough.
went to the car dealership. I got in a car accident. I thank the Lord I had Gap coverage. Gap is the best thing.
And
ever.
most people don't even know about that. We just found out about Gap Insurance.
Oh man, Gap's the best thing ever. I had it on my last 2 cars. Take care of that bill for me. Let me get this new car. It went ahead, and I didn't even have to wait for the Gap to come through, because I called my boy Be Easy. He worked down at the dealership. I said, "Hey man, I need a whip. My car they just totaled it out. Gap gonna cover it." He said, "Yo, you got $2,000? I could put you in damn near anything you want for $2,000. I got you."
You got to have some skin in the game.
I walked in. There you go. Because you have to have that stuff set up for yourself, because you don't never know when the stuff is. So what you said, got to have skin in the game. If you want to join the party, you got to have money to get in the party.
Yeah, I ain't like, you got to bring something to it.
You got to bring something to it.
Like, that's one thing my dad said too, man. Like, it's a difference between, hey man, I come to B. Hey man, B, I need 300. Man, how much you got already? Man, I ain't got nothing. Oh, you want me to put a whole 300?
Yeah,
You ain't got nothing.
You ain't prepared at all.
You ain't worried about what kind of time you putting me in by not bringing nothing to the party. You want me to just give you straight 300. You want me to give me everything you need. Now, if you got me, I got 150, I got 200. Man, all I got to do is give you 100. You'll be much quicker to give me $100 than a whole $300.
Because I'm going to tell you, boy, you start asking for 300, well, I got to ask you some questions.
Yeah, like,
and
yeah.
most people
Yeah,
going to
ask
get mad when I start asking them questions, but because I'm like this, bro. And I got to be real. I don't mind allowing somebody to borrow something, because my cousin always told me, don't let nobody borrow if you can't afford to lose it. All right, so I'm already understanding when I let you borrow this, I might not be able to get it back. But if you are a repeat borrower, What I'm about to ask you next is really gonna make you mad. You're gonna probably tell me, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna say, hey, what are you doing with your money that makes you have to be in this situation all the time? Let's get your finances. Let's try to learn about finances so you ain't got to keep on coming back to me. And real life, people get mad with that. But bro, that's the most help that I could ever possibly give you.
For real
to
though. I'm
try
giving
to,
you a hand up instead of a hand out.
Right. I'm trying to put you on game, trying to teach you so you don't have to keep on being in this predicament. Because as a man, I don't want to come to you and ask you for nothing. And if
That
I have
don't
to,
make me feel good to keep asking for it.
right. And if you got to keep on doing it, bro, let's talk about your finances. If you felt comfortable enough to ask me for the money, let's feel comfortable enough to have this real discussion, bro. And it ain't trying to play you, because I would never do that in front of nobody, none of that. But just between me and you, hey, what your finances look like? What you doing?
Yeah, what you got?
Can you cut back on this?
I just ain't never been that person, so I don't understand them people.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like,
I'm about to borrow money.
yeah, like I can never, like, I'm not saying, like, me personally, I don't need nobody hanging nothing over my head.
I ain't lying.
I don't like owing people. I just don't. I can't stand it.
That thing's sickening, bro.
But to wake up in the morning and be like, damn, I owe this nigga $200. So how do you fix your lips? If I ask you once, I don't know how I fix my lips to ask you again before I even paid you from the first time.
Because
I know people who borrow money and forget that they owe you money.
They don't forget.
They don't forget. Nah, they don't forget.
They just hoping you don't say nothing about it.
Boy, like,
They ain't forgot though.
But man,
You ever forgot you owe somebody some money?
I ain't never forgot.
Cause you know why? I ain't never forget.
No, I'm gonna tell you my favorite person. My favorite person that borrowed money from you. And then they steady talk about what they done.
Oh, that
They done went out. So
right.
they done bought new piss.
I'll get up under your post.
Cause now I'm about ready to get ignorant with it. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
What about little situation with what her name is?
Glo?
The rapper. Yeah.
Talking about
Oh,
Glorilla?
Glorilla?
Yeah, Gorilla, her sister.
Hey, but you see, bro, she exploiting Glorilla because like she got a whole little thing now where she like, oh man, I need 12. I'm gonna just say a number 12,000 for an interview. Oh, I'm doing 5,000 for a walkthrough in your club. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She giving out prices for her to be seen just based off what she did
Man, I ain't
last
gonna
week. You know
lie.
what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
That ain't good that you will blast your family like that. But bruh, if the market is there and you can make a little bit of money, hey, I'm gonna be real. Get that bag, bro.
But the thing is, going back to what Yusef said, I think what the rapper that's locked up, man, that shot Megan Thee Stallion,
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez sent Gorilla's sister some money.
Dang, bro.
And then, like, the other day, she was just on there just flashing the money. I think it was $2,500, man. She had that thing spread out. Like, you know what I'm saying, doing this right here.
Like my girl said, there ain't no money, man.
Hey, yo, I was
not
saying,
in this
thinking,
day.
like,
In relation, no, it's not.
no, it ain't no money, but it's the fact that, she,
Yeah.
she borrowing the money and then
And
flashing
doing that
it.
with it.
Yeah. Boy, this social media got people messed
And
up.
let me
It's that clout, boy.
let me clarify what I just said. She should have never blasted her family, but now that she has the spotlight, if you can capitalize on the spotlight, okay, cool. Don't blast your people. That ain't what I'm saying. I know.
I feel what you're saying on that.
But
The way social media set up now, dog, you can do anything to make some money.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
anything,
crazy.
It's a money grab.
I'm talking about ignorant stuff.
Yeah,
Ignorant.
it's a money grab. And like, man, my brother was talking about this. Like, man, you selling your soul essentially.
Yeah.
You selling your you selling your soul.
bro, I know y'all saw it. Bud Crawford, Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, Terrence
Man, we'll
Terrence-
talk about it, Q.
Bruh, dude said I think his name Channing something.
Channing, not Fry, but Buddy from the Pivot Podcast.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Pivot. Yeah.
No, that's Channing Crowder.
Channing Crowder.
yeah.
So Channing
yeah,
Crowder
that's
asked the
what-
guy, he asked Bud, he was like, it ain't no price that they could pay you to get back in the ring. He said, what did they offer you $100 million? He said, nah, because it's like selling your soul. He said, Channing Crowder said, for $100 million, you can have my soul. He said, and now we know your character. We know what type of person you are.
Exactly
And when
what
he
he
said that, if you really watch Buddy,
Yo, Channing Crowder face changed.
his face changed because he looked dumb. You thought Bud was about to laugh with you and you thought it was funny, but bro, to your point, bro, selling your soul.
Like he could beat him.
You can't get, so you can't get mad and really buck on them. Yeah, you definitely can't buck on them. But man, when you really
had to tuck your body in.
when you really think about it, bro, selling your soul, like everybody always be thinking this like this doing a ritual, bro. I look at selling your soul like this. anything that you doing against your principles and your morals, exactly, you selling your soul, bro. So that social media, man, it's a bunch, like you said, it's a bunch of ways to go viral to get you some money. But bro, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul, bro? So that I really be like keeping my integrity, dog.
Dog, but that's one thing my granddad said too, man. Everybody got a price. And it ain't money, dog, man. Hey, man, they'll dime you out for a carton of cigarettes and a you know what I'm saying, for a pack of cigarettes. Oh, yeah, Q did it.
Yeah, man.
All this was a pack of cigarettes and a piece of pizza.
Man, that about like when them boys get in that interrogation room.
First 48.
Man, I done seen it. The hardest people. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say.
There you go right here, man.
They slide it on that table, but when they take the arm out that shirt, you about to tell everything. You about to tell everything.
And they start leaning forward like this right here. Oh man, yeah, you got it.
When they run that head through that head, like I ain't gonna say nothing, but dang, let me, yeah,
that's a fact. But that's exactly how it is, man. Hey, did y'all see? I'm gonna kind of switch it up a little bit, man. The people at Nike, you know, the white people at Nike, they sued.
Oh, God, yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
seen that
saying?
mess.
For the DEI little program that they got, they saying they've been discriminated against and oppressed. And wow, you understand how wild that is, man? To like you created this system and then you want to turn around and profit off of it. Like that's another level of, you know,
insanity.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. You're like, come on, man. Like you're the people that came up with this whole construct, and for you to sit here and try and benefit from it, you know, that kind of stuff, man, is just.
Well, let's see how far they can get with it.
You know
It's
what I'm
funny.
saying?
It's funny.
It'll be interesting.
It's funny, and dog, it's people who's in support of this stuff, and like, man, your biggest contributors to it are black people. You know what I'm saying? I got a pair of Nikes on. I think Yusuf got a pair of Nikes on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you sit here and say, "Oh man, we have been oppressed by, you know, the DEI program." When in fact you're the ones that's the biggest, you know what I'm saying, benefactors of it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, that right there, that kind of stuff, and
Hey,
even
there's a lot
during
of
Black
people feel
History
that way.
Month, that, you know what I'm saying, and it just, well, not just so happens, because I believe a lot of things happen with Black History Month just for it to not be so out there. Because even more like, and I ain't saying like this is a bad thing to cover or anything like that, but the host from the morning show or something like that, Savannah Guthrie or something like that, her mom, you know, got, you know, kidnapped or whatever. And like they making this whole big spectacle
I
about
seen
it.
it on the news, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I always think, man, like it's other stuff that we can focus on rather than, you know, the plight of you know, other people. That's just how I feel about that.
Even with podcasting and all these things that we do nowadays, the people that goes the most viral, the people that get the biggest, are people that focus on like other people's stuff. Like we've been sitting up here talking about positive things to kind of like, you know, that we could get into and all of that, man. The people that like he said that get the most views, the most is, if we was up here talking about drama, like we'll probably take off. But nobody really, and a lot of times, don't want to really hear what we're talking about.
Yeah, drama sales.
Yeah, drama sales, man. Well, you know what? It's this guy, man, this engineer, same engineer I was talking to about the patent. Me and him was talking about like black people. The reason why we in the position that we in, you know what I'm saying? Because like we too forgiving. He said we too forgiving. And he said, and by the way, he a black guy. He was saying that we too forgiving, and we want to see the world, all of us come together. You know what I'm saying? As one. Something that Martin Luther King wanted, unity. You know what I'm saying? And in his opinion, he just feel like that reason why other cultures, ethnicity thrives in doing what they're doing is because they focus on them. You know what I'm saying? Within the community, like the Mexicans,
Self-preservation.
Yeah,
Self-preservation.
Yeah, self-preservation. So, you know, and when I think about it, man, we and I did a deep dive on it. I feel like we do though, you know what I'm saying? But we so we at a place now that, and going back to what we was talking about earlier, we in a place now. The reason why information don't get passed around in our community is because we want to hold on to it, and we don't want the next person to do better than us. You know what I'm saying? We got self-hatred of ourselves most of the time. You know what I'm saying? And we want to be the one who be the highlight of everything. You know, and it's kind of hard to get everybody. You know, in the community. I think you know, I put in the group chat, and you know what I'm saying, and I believe you know, most of everybody said just kind of, I'm just want to focus on myself, my family. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, I think that's good, but overall, you know, I think, you know, one person being successful, one family being successful, it just ain't gonna move what we trying to do.
Yeah, don't push the needle forward. I got to go on what you just said just now. You said something. You were like, we got this mindset of us and our people. Man, I think it comes from a scarcity mindset, man. They make us feel like the resources are so few. Once we get it, we feel like if somebody else get it, it's taking food out of our mouth. So in a way, I don't know if it's really self-hate, but I know that if I bring a plate of food in here, one plate of food, it's restaurants all around this place. But if I bring one plate of food in here, everybody gonna try to get that one plate because we feel like it ain't no more food to be gotten. When we could really open our minds and understand, like, yo, just because B got some food, I could just walk out here and get a plate from somewhere else. We don't have to think that that's the only plate that was ever created. But I think they make us feel like the resources are so small that once I get it, I got to take what I got and go to my corner with it. So, you know, I think that's what they do to us.
Tupac said it, though. I was watching an old Tupac video. He was talking to a interviewer, and he was saying that, you know, y'all keep the doors locked. He said, by the time, he said, I'm knock on the door, and you open the door and I see all the food in there, I'm looking like, you know, can I get some of that? And then you shut the door in me, and then the next day I come and knock on the door. Each time I knock on the door, I'm gonna get aggressive. And now I'm picking the lock, pulling out the Glock. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that's really what be going on in our inner cities.
Dang.
You know, most of the time because the scarcity,
Man, that's
that
perfect.
ain't much.
That's perfect. And just a few things, man. First, what you said about us being so forgiving. I believe too. Black is an experience, no doubt, but it's a lot of learned behaviors. It's a lot of learned behaviors. And in our truest form, in our truest nature, we're not violent people.
Yeah.
We're not violent people. Those things are learned, or circumstances are created, like you just said, for us to become that way. And then they make it seem like that's who we are. Because in actuality, there are some people who've never experienced a black person beyond what they see on the TV screen or on a movie screen or the stereotype of what it is. I've had people, you know, who've come to get their green card. They told me what they do is show a video of the type of people to avoid when they get to America. And we're those type of people.
Oh, wow.
And they show the worst of us. They don't show the best of us. They show the worst of us. So they come with the propaganda and the stereotypes already. So do I blame the people? No. Do I blame the system? Yes. So it's always within our best interest. You know, people say, oh, man, I ain't worried about what anybody can say about me or who they think I am. That's not the point. It's who somebody else sees you as. So even if they don't necessarily change their thought process, they can't sit here and say, oh, man, you just like the person I saw in that video. You know what I mean? So that's something that's important. And to touch on what you said about the food, man, Coach Page, man, said something so great, man. Man, our best African-American history teacher I ever had, you know what I'm saying? He said, if you go down the bread aisle or the sugar aisle, look at how many different brands of bread and sugar it is. Do you think they really worried about, oh, man, Q got his own bread. I can't sell bread, man. Q already got bread and we already got bread. I can't sell bread. No. You can still, you know, get your piece of the pie because everybody's going to have their preference already. Yeah. So that's another thing that we must, like, get out of our mind is that just because somebody doing one thing that it's not room for somebody else to do that as well. And being supportive of all things that are that touches us in a certain type of way. Because I mean, I'm gonna be real. Just because you black, that don't mean I'm gonna support you, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we get hung up at. You know, like I'm gonna say, like going to the mall, the guys that do the shoe cleaners,
Yeah.
dog, they will press you, bro. They will press you, and they pressed me one time. They say, man, you want to do the white man like that? I said, yeah, the white man don't heckle me or make me feel, you know what I'm saying, that kind of way.
Right.
To me, I gotta buy something. He's not gonna do that. If I say I'm not interested, I'm not interested.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You know what I'm saying? And it might just be that day I might come back again and say, hey man, yeah, let me go ahead and buy from you. But we have to get out of that mind frame just because like you're black. All skin folk ain't kin folk. All skin folk ain't kin folk. So just like what's the senator from South Carolina, black dude?
Man, I know
Tim
exactly.
Scott. Tim Scott.
Yeah.
Tim Scott, he black. You bro, that man Donald Trump be patting that man on the head and he just be smiling like a doggone gopher.
Like a
Good
little
houseboy.
You know what I'm saying? And he ain't getting nothing. He's totally
He
forgotten.
get that pat in that, on the back though.
Until it's time for him to get recirculated again.
That reassurance.
And he'll be right back in the back, you know what I'm saying, smiling from
good
ear to
boy.
ear. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But man, that's all I gotta say. Hey, go ahead, man.
Hey, no, I was getting
Close
ready
it
to. No, I want you to go ahead and close it out, man. And you know.
Man,
yeah.
hey, if you don't mind, come here, man. Come here, son. Hey, y'all, this is my son right here, man. Hey, this is the biggest part of me right here, man. This is the biggest part of me. Man, I'm proud of my son, y'all. 2nd grade reading on the 5th grade level, y'all.
Word. Shout out to
That's
y'all.
what's up.
man.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, black men, we don't get the recognition that we deserve, or we have the stereotype that we don't take care of our kids, man. And man, I'm just living proof, man. B's living proof, Yusuf's living proof, man, that we out here. We out here, man, and we deserve our portion. I don't know if you got kids.
No,
Q.
I ain't got none. I ain't got
You know what
none.
I'm saying? But I ain't never worried about you whenever you do decide, if you don't decide, that doesn't matter like if you're like a real man or not.
Most
But
definitely.
we was in Walmart today, saw an older guy, he was like, man, you got your son, man. He said, you got a good dad? Man, I was so proud of my boy. Said, yeah. I said, man, you better not put me in no home. You better not put
Most
me in no
definitely.
home, man.
Most
You know what I'm saying?
definitely, man.
Because the level of sacrifice, I think all three of us can talk about the level of sacrifice that it takes. And like, I'm just getting started. I'm hearing Yusuf talk, B talk. Man, like I've only begun to scratch the surface of this thing. So like I told B one time, I saw him at the fitness center, man. I want to learn from men like this who have healthy relationships, like within their marriage or relationships with their kids, or whatever the case is. And one last thing specifically, you want to go? You want to go back over there? Are you chilling? You okay then? All right, man. Hill to Field. Be on the lookout for more from Hill to Field. And I was talking to Bill about this earlier. I kind of strayed away from it just based off, something I had to get away from. But, man, we still here. And black men specifically, man, we have to be more available to ourselves and to each other. Oftentimes we feel like we're alone and that nobody cares about us or sees us or understands us. But talking to people like Brandon, man, introducing me to Q, me and Yusuf a couple months back, man, we're out here and we don't want each other to fail and fall. So even if we have a problem with trusting others with vulnerable information, I always say, man, start small. You don't have to start big with what you tell people. As long as you open your mouth and tell people that, hey, this is what I'm kind of struggling with right now. Do you know anybody? Do you know any resources that can maybe help me in this space that I'm in? So it's just important for black men to come together. And like I said at the beginning, oh, how good and how pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity. Iron sharpens iron. And those are the type of men that we should have around us. So be on the lookout for Hill to Field. We got a men's support group coming that's going to be meeting monthly. We're going to do more podcasts. We're going to start our podcast back up. Man, my son, man, he's my biggest critic. Man, Daddy, man, you stopped doing the podcast. Maybe we're going to start that. So, man, be on the lookout, man. I've made my decision. I've made my choice to, go forward in this thing. And, man, I got faith that God is going to lead it every step of the way. So, man, be on the lookout. Brandon, Q, thank y'all so much. Man, anytime y'all need me, man, hey, man, I'm here. Like, it's no questions asked. No questions asked.
Appreciate it.
So don't, and I ain't like Gorilla Sister. Ain't no fee. I ain't charging no fee for it. So, man, we appreciate y'all. The King Me Podcast. Man, I appreciate y'all for having me on.
Yes,
B, we
sir.
still gonna get you on there. Man, Q, we look to have you on there at some point as well,
Yes, sir.
man.
Appreciate it.
Hey, brothers, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all.
Love
man.
you too, man. Appreciate y'all.